with all of the hype surrounding James Gunn's DCU, I thought it would be a good time to give my top picks for the members of the Justice League. Now, I do want to say that I've seen some of the set photos from James Gunn's Superman movie, and I know that there are a few members that are already on the Justice League team. Now, whether that team is being ran by Maxwell Lord or not, this version of the Justice League will be the main team for the DCU. So with that being said, let's get into this video.
It's about damn time.
Now I want to start this video off with the Trinity: Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. Most iterations of the league need at least 2 out of the big 3. I know that there are times where it's just one, like how Batman was with the Justice League International team, but for the sake of the DCU, let's just say that the full Trinity is there. While they all represent justice, Superman represents hope, Batman represents fear, and Wonder Woman represents compassion, and they all balance each other out. With this team, I also want Superman to be the leader, as he would be the central figure to inspire other heroes to be better. Batman, on the other hand, would be the intelligence behind the team, as he's usually noted as the second smartest person in the DC universe. Lastly, I think Wonder Woman should have the disciplinary role on the team, being that she's an Amazonian warrior and a literal goddess. I think that she would be great at keeping the team in check, as well as being in control of all combat trainings, making sure that every hero is fully prepared for the work that they are doing. Okay, now that the Trinity is out of the way, let's move on to the next Justice League member.
I'm the Flash, the fastest man alive.
You told us.
Did I?
Flash. I think that every Justice League team should have a version of Flash on their roster, as he usually brings lightheartedness, but also because he's a speedster with amazing power. The only question is which version of Flash should be used, and while I'm fighting my inner childhood to not pick Wally, I think that Barry Allen is the smart pick, and this is only because I want Wally to appear in the Titans first. Currently, between the CW Flash and the DCEU version of the Flash, most people know Barry Allen, and while the CW version was pretty solid, the DCEU version was just terrible. So I think that it would be best to have one last shot at a new interpretation of Barry Allen, which could also lead to a great interpretation of Wally West, which in my mind would be a Teen Titans introduction and a future Justice League roster spot. Next on the list is Green Lantern.
Green Lantern's got this.
Now I know that there is a Lantern show already being developed by the DCU that features an older Hal Jordan and a younger John Stewart. And while Hal Jordan is the first Green Lantern and the most original Green Lantern outside of Alan Scott, I personally will want John Stewart on the team rather than Hal Jordan. Now before you get mad, wait, just hear me out. Hal Jordan is the definitive Green Lantern, or at least for me he always has been. With that being said, I would rather him be off-world, going on the adventures that make him great, while John Stewart operates as the Green Lantern that's stationed on Earth. I also think that Barry Allen and John Stewart will balance each other out, with John Stewart having a more serious personality and Barry Allen having a lighter personality. It would be similar to the relationship between Wally West and John Stewart in the Justice League animated series. The next member for this team would be Martian Manhunter. One thing that I really loved about the Justice League animated series was that Martian Manhunter was an alien that lost his home, but eventually found his home within the Justice League. And as the show progressed, he was one of the most important characters on that team, as he mainly operated everything in the Watchtower. I think that would be amazing to see on the big screen as well. Now, this Justice League list won't include Aquaman, Cyborg, or Shazam, and it's mainly due to the DCEU. I personally feel like Cyborg would be better off on the Titans first, and I would like a build up for Shazam. Now I know you may be thinking, well, Aquaman is an original member of the Justice League, and you're right, he is. But like with Hal Jordan, I would rather see Aquaman fulfilling his duty as a king and then eventually meeting up with the Justice League. Maybe that could be a future story for a Justice League sequel. But to round out this list, I would like to add 2 more women to the roster. The first being Zatanna. I think having a magic-based hero would be very good for the Justice League, as the team will have an edge in magic when it comes to fighting other people with those same abilities. Also, who doesn't love Zatanna? She's one of the best superheroes in DC. Now I know you're like, Zatanna's in Justice League Dark. She's a Justice League Dark character, and you're not wrong. She is a Justice League Dark character, but I think that it would be nice for her to join the Justice League first and then maybe branch off to the Justice League Dark team later on. And last but not least, you know I had to put her in here. We have to go with Hawkgirl. Yes, I'm talking about Shayera Hall. Another one of my favorite plot points throughout the Justice League series was the Star-Crossed episodes, which was when Shayera Hall got exposed for secretly being a spy for the Thanagarians to come and invade Earth. Having her on the team would not only bring in a skilled warrior, but it also leads to the possibility of a Thanagarian invasion, or it could lead to the Thanagar-Ren War. But back to Hawkgirl, she's a skilled warrior and I think she would be a good addition to the team. Now I know you're probably thinking, this is just the Justice League animated series team with Zatanna and Barry Allen. And you're not wrong, that's exactly what this is. Being that the DCEU failed horribly, I think that this personally is the best way to go. And I feel like this team on paper is better than the DCEU team that we had. But let me know your thoughts and who you would like to see on the DCU Justice League roster. And that's all I got for this video today. If you like this video, please drop a like, comment, and subscribe. I'm Chanadachi, and I'm out.
What did I say? Tell them to bring me my money. Yeah!